If you've been tapped into the underground recently, you've probably seen or heard a lot of discussion about Homage. See, the thing about Homage, it just gets to a point sometimes, bro. Sometimes, especially people at Stomach who made Osama Son's recent cover art, sometimes they be doing too much. And today I'm gonna go through that, and I'm gonna talk about whether people need to stop with the Homage or if it's good enough for them to continue, I guess. The thing about Homage is that even though people say, yo, like, why is Osama Son taking Homage, all that, the thing about this is that the artists that these new gen artists are taking homage from, they took homage from people back then too, bro. Like, it's a cycle. So I don't really think it's to blame like the new gen artists for like having inspiration from the old gen, even though the old gen got inspired by people like Lil Wayne. Before that, people like Tupac, all that. So just before I start the video, I just want to say that. Also, if you made it this far into the video, can you please like and subscribe? I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year, so yeah, that would really help me out, bro. Thank you. The most recent and most talked about recently use of Homage was Psychotic by Osama Son. Great album, as y'all know, but the cover art pays direct homage to the 2012 album cover of Mark and the Mambas album, which was 3 Black Nights of Little Black Bags. And it's so apparent, like, Stomach, bro, that boy probably traced the whole thing, then slapped Osama Son's face on there. But yeah, the homage is so apparent. But after this album cover dropped, people were saying that people like Osama Son are taking the homage shit too far, bro. Because as y'all know, every Osama Son album has paid homage to something. Like every cover, like for Jump Out specifically, it was, what was it? I think it was a Black Sabbath album. Yeah, but yeah, that one specifically, like, it was a good, in my opinion anyways, it was a good like inspiration, because at the same time it was unique. Despite being like homage, it was unique. And that's really what I think like the whole underground should do. Like, I think more people should like start making their homage like a bit more unique. And it's the same thing for Flex Music, not Flextra. Flex Music especially, because Flex Music, like, the cover art paid homage to this picture of Future from way back then. And he was wearing like Ventmon's, like a Ventmon's hoodie, the purple one, with like a lot of bands in his hand. And yeah, Osama Son, he copied that. Well, he got the same hoodie, replaced the Ventmon's with Flex Music like on the top, had the cash in his hand. Yeah, made that the album cover. And in my opinion, that's such an iconic like album cover for the whole underground, because Flex Music was really like Osama Son's best album, like most known like household name type album. So yeah, I do think Osama Son used the inspiration perfectly. Like, he executed the whole thing perfectly. He even made merch out of the album cover, like the Flex Music Ventmon's. And yeah, overall, tough design, tough choices. Like, I will say, when I first saw that, I was like, yo, this homage shit, yo, it might be good, because creativity breeds creativity, bro. But some other people use homage as a way to straight up copy. Like, no hate to those artists, but I'll get into that. Y'all could probably guess who I was talking about, like when I said some artists use homage as an excuse to copy. But one of my favorite artists, Nine Vicious, is one of the main perpetrators behind this, bro. I won't lie. Like, I know I just glazed Osama Son for using homage correctly, and you could say Nine Vicious does that too, but sometimes, bro, like, it's just a bit too obvious. Like, he don't put his own spin on it. And a great example of this, Studio Addict, which was Nine Vicious' first album, and you can see instantly, like, you look at that, don't even gotta think. You see the inspiration, the straight up I don't want to say copy because he did do some things, but the straight up inspiration from Michael Jackson's Bad, his most known album behind Thriller. And you see that, and you see the inspiration instantly. Like, you don't even gotta think, bro. And that's the problem. Like, for some people, they wouldn't have known, like, Jump Out was paying homage to Black Sabbath. But for Nine Vicious, bro, it's just too obvious. Everybody knows Michael Jackson. Everybody knows Bad. And for him to, like, pay homage is cool. It's cool, but, like, I feel like he could have done more. But what I will say, bro, he did some things well. Like, for example, he swapped the album name and his name in the title. Because the way Michael did it, Michael put the Bad as the red part of the album. Y'all will see it on screen. But yeah, Michael put, like, the name of the album as the red part, and then he put his name on the side. But Nine Vicious, he put the album name on the side, and then he put his name as the red part. And yeah, I will say that's like a good way to switch it up, because not everything can be the same. He also put like this paper effect on the album cover, but overall, it's not enough. But I will say Studio Addict is a great album. I think the cover is tough, even though it's like nearly a direct copy. But yeah, I do think the album is tough. So you might say I'm doing too much on Nine Vicious, but y'all know he did it again, bro. Like, he has a whole EP called Homage, and the album cover is basically the same as Barter 6 by Young Thug, bro. One of the most influential tapes for the SoundCloud era of rappers, and now this current underground era. And he straight up, like, I don't want to say he copied it, but like, because this time it wasn't a direct copy like the same way Studio Addict was. This time he had a purple light, even though Young Thug, he had like a red one. And yeah, you can see the similarity, but if you wanted to say, yo, that's just a bit of inspiration, I wouldn't blame you. Apart from the fact that the EP is called Homage. But yeah, that he's not even doing too much in that one, so I'll give him a pass. But before I give him a pass, bro, I have to mention one more. Just one more, bro. Before Tumblr Music, the EP that dropped before Tumblr Music, obviously, is nearly a direct copy of Prince, the self-titled album by Prince. And bro, you can see Nine Vicious, yo, he loves copying the OGs, the greats of all time. But yeah, you can clearly see, bro, that's nearly the same damn picture, bro. Like, Prince is looking to the left, Nine Vicious is looking to the right, bro. Like, that's the only difference I can really name, bro. Because that shit is nearly exactly the same. But you know what? You can see that he wants to be an all-time great. He is paying homage to the all-time greats, so I can't really, like, say none too much. The last example I'm going to talk about is an example that I think personally is kind of unfair, but everyone else in, like, these underground fan bases will tell you that apparently Che is straight up biting Cardi's whole sound from Whole Lotta Red. In my opinion, I don't think that's the case, bro. Because when I first heard Rest in Bass, sure, I heard the comparisons. Sure, I can agree that he's taking, like, the Whole Lotta Red sound. But to say that he's straight up copying it is just not true. Because in my eyes, he evolved the sound. Like, he's evolving that sound. And I say that as a Cardi glazer, bro. Like, to say that he copied that sound is crazy. But there is no denying that he did pay homage to Cardi, like, with that whole sound, with that whole tape. But to say that he's straight up copying Cardi, biting his sound, that's a stretch. But that's what all these underground fan base niggas will tell you, bro. In my opinion, that doesn't take away from the album in any way. Because Rest in Bass, one of the best albums of this year, like, even outside the underground. Because who's really dropped? Nah, yo, you know, I might make a video on that, bro. Because everybody who dropped this year, their drops have been trash, bro. Like, Young Thug, that shit was ass, bro. Like, that's just one example, but yeah. But yeah, that's for a different day. And overall, I'm just leave this video with this final message. If you're gonna pay homage, this goes to like any underground rappers, like any future underground rappers. If you're gonna pay homage, like make it unique in a way. Like see what Osama Son did with Jump Out. Make it unique, but it's still like possible to see where you got the idea from. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace out. See y'all boys next vid. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave, bro. And if you made it this far, thank you.